everyone, and welcome to the finals of the StarCityGames.com Columbus Open Weekend, part of Season 1 of the 2018 SCG Tour, brought to you by the wonderful people over at Ultimate Guard and Twitch. It is Cedric Phillips and Patrick Sullivan here in the booth to watch our final matchup here between Benjamin Nikolich, number 8 on your SCG Tour leaderboard, against Kevin Jones, number 25 on your SCG Tour leaderboard. And make no mistake about it, this is actually happening. It's a Jeskai control mirror, Patrick. We're going to be here a long time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you getting the stamper out for?
Expedition on the Battlefield. Coming up soon.
Are you
Nikolich's
sure?
hand. I know that Scalding Tarn, I wouldn't say from anywhere, because it's, I don't, but it's a Tarn.
Say, what are you getting that bingo stamper for? All right. I can't ever catch a break around here. I've had 4 opportunities to win. Yep, there you go.
Oh, sorry,
Sacred Foundry.
Sacred Foundry. Expedition on the Battlefield.
Yep.
That puts me at a win. All I need is Liliana the Veil Ultimates alongside multiple Hooga Retreat to Core Help triggers at one turn. Holding out hope.
Yep.
Still plenty of time.
Anything can happen.
Still plenty of time.
Over here for my victory, for everyone who wants to know, I need Dried Arbor to be found via fetch land. Player has pregame effects, which I don't think either of them playing ley lines. Conflagrate, thanks Ross. And an Invocation, which I guess Nikolich could potentially have.
Which one?
I don't know. Cryptic Command.
Oh, okay.
Nice, that counts. One-time dealer. Because at the end, with our MTG bingo, we actually count who has the most stamps on the board, and that Expedition just gave you the lead at 14-13, I think.
I don't know if I've oversold an advertisement this weekend.
Hold on, 1, 2, 3. You got 13, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 13.
I also have 13. Neither of us have used our free space.
Yeah.
It's a tie. It's a tie, folks. Secure the waist. Ooh, get a little pressure going.
Yeah.
I really hope he has a Cryptic Command. One of them. That's an Invocation so bad. So bad. There's no one else in this hall to hear me yell extremely loud, but I'm going to do it anyway. 3 Warrior tokens.
Well, there are our competitors in the finals right now. Judge, Nick Miller, our producers, and myself. So there are some reasons.
Yeah, just cast that. That's what we want.
McCryptic Command.
McCryptic Command? Yeah.
What? Or what? The numeral 1 McCryptic Command.
Yeah. I'll take a number 1. I'll take a number 1. I'll take a number 1, please. With a coffee.
Oh, beatdowns.
Yeah,
We're gonna be out of here fast.
I like Nikolich's style. Yeah, let's get this over with. I got a long drive home back to Virginia.
Good for him.
Electrolyze you.
Not doing anything else.
That's right. Let's keep this party rolling. Yes, Warriors.
Yes.
Warrior beatdowns.
Yes.
Yes. Can't stop, won't stop. Play a colonnade. Beat you down with that soon, too.
That's another attacker.
Kevin Jones with a Cryptic Command. What's our plan here?
Bounce colonnade, draw a card would be my guess.
Might be bouncing a Warrior, draw a card. Oh, okay. Let's get the colonnade out of here. Sure. Might be time for the verdict. Flooded Strand. Kaboom. Supreme Verdict will take care of those Warrior tokens. Burn, spell. Nikolich ain't messing around here.
No. Surprising for this kind of attack. The Geist Sustain Draft style Jeskai mirror matches often look like this, but drawing the 1 copy of Secure the Waste kind of changed Nikolich's plan here a little bit.
Yeah, a little versatility in this Jeskai deck. Let's see what this is going to be. Play Colonnade, pass the turn back. Go back over to KJ. He'll draw. Only 1 buy for Kevin this weekend. Ben had 2. By the way, both made it to the finals of a tournament that had 960 players in it. It's a lot of those. Going to go back over to Kevin now with the Scalding Tarn. And now, Serum Visions. He'll scry 2.
It's from the Revelation. I can't imagine letting that one go.
He found Rev and Secure. He found both his X-Spells. One scry. He wants to keep them both. Don't think he's going to be cracking a fetch land then. So Nikolich is having issues with his mana, it appears. Kevin's getting the land advantage in the mirror. Cryptic. Bounce Colony, draw a card. It's aggressive.
It's got to do something. I mean, right now the premium is on land drops.
Does have to do something. Right there with you on that. An island, a colonnade. Are we going to fight? We are. Logico. Still logic not for 3. And now there's, let's do it again.
And I think Kevin just passed.
Yep, same thing. Bounce Colony, draw a card. Just trying to cash in these cryptics, honestly. Have them do something.
Making use your land drops, use your mana for something. Also, Kevin, I think, is at a full hand himself, so if you get this resolve successfully, he has to discard something.
Yep.
Minor benefit.
Clearly trying to get something out of this, though. Rev. Looks like it's going to be for 3.
And interesting with Jones getting ready to discard a hand size. I'm not even sure I would pick a fight over this. If I was Nikolich.
Yeah?
I mean, you can. If you just want to spend your mana this turn, I think that's fine.
I mean, you might just think that Kevin's going to fight over this, too. I mean, look at Kevin's life total. He's down to 5.
Well, he goes up to 8.
Yeah. Well, Colony brings back down to 4. You know, maybe this is about getting your shot in, or this is about getting your Nahiri in.
Right. I guess the rev for 3 is so suspicious that Jones wants to fight over it that you might as well induce that line. Lets you spend your mana pretty efficiently.
Main deck Negate in Modern's pretty nice. Cryptic's still on the stack here. All right. Kev's got to discard
10
some
cards.
Yeah. This is the dream here for Kevin.
Yeah, I think Nikolich did a really nice job there of getting Jones to tap out and fight over something that I don't even think is particularly valuable.
Yeah. Discard a Flood Strand. There goes a path. All right, pass a turn back. Nikolich, the window is open. What are you going to do, Ben? Is it Nahiri? Is it Colonnade attacks? Is it search for his Kanta? Looks like it's Nahiri. All right. Up to 6. Discard and draw. There goes Supreme Frag. Don't need that stinker in this matchup. There's a land.
There's the one. That's the big one right there.
And search for his Kanta.
That's a huge turn.
Yeah, that's really, really, really nice there from Benjamin Nikolich. Got Kevin to fight over something he did not really care about. Bolts here for Jones. Second one's timely, allows him to take care of the Nahiri, which is obviously going to be a problem if it lives for any longer.
Search for Kanta is, I mean, so Jones is, at that point, you're kind of down on the control game. And with Search for Kanta, both, you can't win the long, it's hard to win the long term because Nikolich is looking at more counterspells and more removal. And also Jones is at 8, so he's liable to get burned out as well.
Mm-hmm. Serum Visions. Draw a card. Nihiri on top now for Jones.
That's the key. Although I guess the ship has sailed on that being effective because this search for Wisconsin is about to flip. Nihiri is still Nihiri. It's a fine draw step, but.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's going bounce and draw to try to allow the Nihiri to answer the following turn.
Yep. Because he does not want to transform. Nikolich is going to sacrifice his landfall down to 19.
That's a hard way to do it, and the shields are down now. I guess the alternative is just not tenable. He's getting a steam vents at tap here. I think we might see a flurry of bolts and a colonnade attack.
He's at 5. Can Nikolich kill him right now? Doesn't take much. Takes a burn spell. It's a plains.
Or a Snapcaster.
Yep. Colonnades hit hard. This will be search. Yep.
Yeah. Looks like Nikolich didn't have it.
Doesn't have it now. Ooh, wow. I thought he might get the shot in.
Well, he's holding up some counter spells for. I mean, that looked like a very good window to get a shot in. If he declined, it's because he needs all of his mana for something else.
Yep. Nihiri. Okay. So we fight over this now. There's Cryptic.
You want to be very careful with that Fledge Strand because that puts you into actually dead.
Ooh, spell snare. Oof.
To the colonnade hit.
Boy. All right. Cryptic resolve. Draw a card.
And if this search flips, Kevin is in a world of trouble.
Well, it just did.
Every spell for him right now is really bad because the bolts are also problematic.
Mm-hmm. 6 mana? What is this? Jeez.
Well, if he didn't fight over the Snapcaster.
Then he knows he can just do this now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like he knows how to play his deck a bunch.
This does not. This does not have the feel of the first mirror match he has played.
There's a land. Sparbuff Canal past turn back. A little bit of smile there because that rev was bigger than Kevin's rev. That's for sure.
And he kept all the cards.
Yeah, he sure did.
That's
the other thing. Yep.
It wasn't a burning inquiry for six mana or whatever.
I think Kevin feels like he's behind.
Yep. Just behind on all fronts right now.
Secure. Snap.
Snap rev, probably.
Yeah, probably just snap rev. What year is this?
So that's for 4.
Yeah. Search for Wisconsin among the cards he's found. So it's funny, like this is these decks play at instant speed, and then sometimes you get yourself when the shields are tapped out. It's like actually we're playing at sorcery speed now. We're all just playing at sorcery speed. Serum Visions. Draw. Hollowed Fountain. Scry 2. Bolt. Snap. Path in Hand, among others, there for Benjamin Nikolich. That's done resolving. Cryptic Command in hand. Are there any colonnade shots to be had? That's my question.
Yeah, he's been very disciplined here. He has not just taken them every time the window's open. Been pretty conservative with his mana.
He'll take one now. Jones down to 4. Pass that turn back. Scalding Tarn there for Jones. There's his own search for his Kanta. He's got some serious catching up to do. Jones looking at a pretty stock-loaded hand, though. Looks like Ben might fight over this with a Logic Knot. Potentially.
I think. Oh, okay.
He's going to go Cryptic.
I guess any fight that involves mana from Jones here makes it more likely that he can push through a Colonnade hit or a flurry of bolts to finish the game out.
Yeah. Just picking random fights.
Yeah.
Kind of like it, actually. Cryptic, counter, and bounce as Kanta. Okay. Kevin will get his own search for his Kanta. There we go. We're going to go back over to Nikolich, who wants to finish things off. With his Colonnades, of course, with Kevin being at 4. The question is, can he?
I can't imagine Jones can afford to pick a fight over this because if he taps too low, there's just such a good chance he gets killed against Nikolich having so many cards in hand.
Yeah, I agree with you. Hollowed Fountain untapped. Ouch. Owie. Snappy.
I think that search for his Kanta was probably done first to test the waters on a spell snare.
Electrolyze.
That's an extra card, and that gets Jones down to 3.
3's the magic number, my friend. That's Helix and Bolt range. Draw card's not so bad either. Lightning Bolt's a top deck.
No rush to do anything?
Nope. Except for right now.
Well, I mean, if you think you're good.
Sack there. If you think you're good, might
You
as
got
well.
a counterspell backup, you
Yeah.
know, you know.
Jones down to 2, which means now he's in range of Snapcaster Mage. This is Cryptic. Snapcaster. Yeah, Ben's got Logic not ready.
Yep.
Yep. Counter whatever you're going to do. That's that. Benjamin Nikolich going to win game number 1 here over Kevin Jones. Jeskai Control Mirror goes to the guy who invented the deck. He is currently up a game, and he looks real comfortable in that one.
Well, it felt like whenever they tapped out, Nikolich was getting the better of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Nikolich was able to convert his bolts and electrolyzes and some of the more marginal cards in spots where it was actually good. And Jones wasn't able to leverage it the same way.
My friends, it's time for a quick message from our sponsors. Welcome back. Cedric Phillips, Patrick Sullivan. We're here in the booth. Finals of SCG Columbus Open Weekend. As we're watching Benjamin Nikolich and Kevin Jones, excuse me. I can't wait to get the words Jeskai Control out of my mouth because that's our mirror. Nikolich, the inventor of the deck, Kevin, the adopter. They're both in the finals in a mirror match, so we know what's going to win the tournament. It's just a question of who. And as we take a look at the sideboards, well, yep. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's, yep, they're the same. So I get to only go from once. Get to save a little air. 3 Dispel, 2 Celestial Purge, 2 Rune Halo, 2 Vendilion Click. And an Engineered Explosives, a D-Sphere, a Negate, an Elspeth Sun's Champion, Supreme Verdict, Wear Tear. Talk to me.
The Elspeth, the Negate, the Vendilion Clicks, and the Dispels. That's where I want to be.
You want that Wear Tear for search?
Oh, boy. I guess. I mean, there's probably enough bolts that are easy to cut that you can make room. It's a little narrow, but search might be good enough that it justifies it.
You're not that pumped on it, it sounds like.
You know, it's narrow, but the matchup might call for something narrow when there's dead weight in the main deck, and that one card is so impactful.
You know what time it is? It's time for game night.
It's game night time?
It's game night time. What other time could it be? Go to StarCityGames.com/game night for more information, but instead of me talking, you get to listen to sultry sounds. Patrick Sullivan.
Well,
oversell this one. Get your bingo spot.
Cedric gave you the URL. Every month we generate these kits, tokens and pins, and then we send them to the stores that sign up for game night. The stores themselves then can run game night any day of the week, any format. Just get players on your store on a regular basis for some fun and friendly magic. January, the month we're in right now, playing for String Theory. We have a couple more kits coming down the pipeline. In February, the Fast and the Curious. And then in March, Two-Toed Spectacle. Go to StarCityGames.com/game night. Find the game night closest to you in stores. If you want to get signed up, contact your Star City Games in-store play representative.
That is a sloth wizard, people. How can you say no in the month of March? My birthday month.
Two-Toed Spectacle.
You got it. Let's play on show and tell. You get it. Back to the match. Nikolich Jones. Jeskai Control. Going to be pretty popular on Magic Online this week probably now.
Nah, people don't build this deck online. I don't know why.
I think they might start now.
It was good before. This isn't a new thing.
Yeah. Makes me scared to play humans and stuff now. Burn. You can't beat this deck with Burn. Are you kidding?
Oh, no.
Yeah, no. No,
Ooh,
you cannot.
Oh, no.
Like part of that. We are underway. Looks like both players are going to keep. Evan's going to play a Steam Vents, Untapped, Serum Visions, 18, Peel 1, Scry Deuce. Dispel among the cards he's looking at. Let's go back over to Big Ben. Sulfur Falls, pass that turn back. Hand looks a little slow to start here for Nikolich.
Kept a lightning bolt on top.
Huh.
That is surprising.
That's a little surprising it's even still in. I guess that kills V-Click. Kills Snapcaster, that
But
might
you
matter.
can leave an Electrolyze for that sort of thing.
That's true. There's a Plains, pass the turn back. Dispel the draw. Tarn the play. Search. Oh, yes. With Dispel backup. Kevin knows what matters. Here's Negate. No. Not going to happen. Kevin's going to get a basic island. This is one of those spots where Terra will be real good. Nikolich will draw. Picked up a Snapcaster Mage. There's Serum Visions. Hit 1. Scry 2. See you later. Not interested. He's cutting everyone's deck now, as Benjamin Nikolich. Glacial Fortress, pass it over. Jones, search for his Kanta trigger. This is the most Kevin Jones card of all time.
A lot of decisions.
Where do I want to put my next card? Graveyard or in my hand? There's an island. He'll pass it over to Ben. Ben's going to draw a card. He found a Path to Exile. What he does not have is a 4th land. That's why you saw him scry very quickly to the bottom, and that matters, folks. That matters. Kevin. Oof. See you later, Elspeth. Can't get that one back.
I mean, Kevin also missed a land drop, so can't really clutch onto that Elspeth.
Electrolyze. Kevin going to fall down at 15 now. Nikolich will cycle the Electrolyze to draw a card. Vendilion click. While Ben is tapped out is Kevin's plan. Logic not Path to Exile. Snapcaster Mage. Dispel. Electrolyze Snapcaster Mage. Sphinx Revelation. When you don't have lands, stands to reason that your hand's good.
I mean, this looks like an Electrolyze to me. Maybe if you don't value the click that highly and you're worried about him just drawing lands and getting back in the game that way, you just say take nothing. But
yeah, you probably got to take Electrolyze. I think I'm here with you.
Dispel, I think, is the other, reasonable choice here.
Okay.
If you have something you're trying to punch through. But yeah, it looks like Kevin said take nothing, which I'm down with.
Okay. Land drawn. Electrolyze. That'll work. Draw a card. Picked up a Colonnade. Kevin will sacrifice his Scalding Tarn. And he'll get a Hallowed Fountain.
Doing just some quick double checking on the life totals there.
Mm-hmm.
But Nikolich starting to unlock his hand a little bit. And even though, Kevin has the search for his Kanta, if you're just looking at, who has the better hand right now, it's absolutely Benjamin.
Wow, yes, absolutely. You see Search going to transform now into his Kanta, the Sunken Ruin. Pass that turn back. Ben will sack a land here. Here you see his Kanta, a card that can run away with the game very, very easily if it's allowed to. Only takes probably 2 activations before that legendary land spirals out of control, especially with how their deck's built.
And unlike last game where, Kevin started picking a fight over this card, later on, Kevin's life total is such that he's not at risk of just getting burned out.
Wear Tear's a little late.
Well, not necessarily. You still have the ability. You still have the ability to cryptic back the search for his Kanta and try again.
You do. You do. Window might be open to do it now. That was funny, though. He's only got 2 blue. No, he's got 3 blue. Steam Fence, Glacial Fortress, Sulphur Falls. Elagico. That'll go to Kevin's hand. Now you go back over to Kevin Jones. Serum Vision's to start. Have to imagine that's going to resolve. Tough card to fight over.
Unless you want to just respond here and try to get that search for his Kanta back in hand. Because it has the look of something where Kevin might say, all right, well, he's sitting it back a turn, whatever. I don't need to fight over this. And then try to get the Wear Tear to land.
Snapcaster Mage. You're looking to get some beatdowns going. Nothing to flash back. Just needs it as an aggressive creature.
Interesting.
Because you can't recast Electrolyze, nothing to negate, and then there's the Serum Visions. He did target negate. Alright, there's Bolt. Nikolich is thinking about using Dispel. Yeah, okay. It's interesting. This is really interesting all over Snapcaster Mage. What's going on here?
I mean, this is such an aggressive line of play here that I think Jones has to be worried about getting burned out.
Okay. Well, that's legit. He's going to path his own creature. Yep. Pretty healthy sized stack. Feels like Benjamin's trying to walk him into something here.
Well, I think the hope here is that if you path your Snapcaster Major up to land number 6, you then have Cryptic Command with Logic Knot backup. You can then bounce the Search for Escanta with some counter backup, get it to Wear Tear, and then your hand's still pretty powerful. And you are actually ahead on mana at that point because Jones has been missing land drops. So I think this is all just trying to get Jones to spend mana and cards on whatever, even if it's seemingly innocuous. But this is just to try to get Search for Escanta off the battlefield.
Sure. Hey, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to do that, I think he's ahead. I think that's the one place right now. And Jones's hand is not great. He does have a Sphinx's Revelation, but not a lot of mana to work with.
Snapcaster Mage. That's just on Serum Visions. Okay. Draw a card. Steam Vents. Scry 2. Elspeth. Oh, we got to go for it. I like it. Go for broke. Spiral Elf Canal Pass.
He's sitting on the 1 Revelation as well. And now with Elspeth on top and Revelation in hand, things can get really good for Nikolich if he's able to guide Jones into a spot where he taps out.
Yep. Nikolich will draw. Somehow Nikolich has the mana advantage now, by the way.
Yep.
Here comes Snippy Snap. Jones going to fall down to 11. This will be untapped. Nikolich going to fall down to 17. This.
And if this sticks,
There's Cryptic. Fighting back. Logic. For 3. Logic. Okay. He's got to have 2 things.
yep, Nikolich threw a good punch there.
Yep.
But Jones was the 2 pieces of response, and now I think Jones way ahead. Escanta's still on the battlefield.
It really just depends on what Nikolich has left, honestly. Kevin needs things to just kind of slow down a little bit, it feels like.
Well, the thing is, post-board, because there's so many dispels, winning the fight over trying to push back against Sphinx's Revelation from Jones' side is a lot easier than winning the fight over Elspeth, where there's a much narrower range of counters that interact.
Sure. Let's see what this is. Electrolyze 1-1. Okay. Kevin will draw. Found a Dispel. Dispel is very good right now. Because the rest of Kevin's hand is fine.
Yeah, but he still has Escanta.
Yeah.
I mean, the mana maybe is a little bit taxed, but Nikolich is now down to just basically the Sphinx's Revelation as his 1.
Load it up.
Okay.
Let's go. You're at 7. Love it. Play another Colonnade pass. You got to answer this thing, too.
That's the one way to take some of the power out of Escanta is just trying to turn it into a damage race.
Oh, yeah. There's a land. Pass the turn back.
There's been some really creative lines here from Nikolich over these 2 games.
Yeah, I agree.
I think winning this one's still going to be a challenge, but I'm really impressed with how sticking to a plan he's been while also being flexible enough to pivot when things change or don't necessarily break his way.
See if he wants to go back to the Colony well again. He does not. Kevin's going to activate his Kanta. Nikolich is going to try to resolve Sphinx's Revelation. Dispel. Logic Knot.
All right, well,
He's got some fight left in
yeah,
him.
this has been really impressive.
Rev's going to resolve for Ben now. He's going to get 4 more cards. 4 life might matter, but the focus is on the cards right now.
Right, he needs more material to work with, so
Yep.
Jones doesn't just bury him with Escanta quickly. You draw 4, you know, you can keep your head above water against this Conta for a little while at least.
Path to Exile will be an answer to Colonnade. So that's what Kevin's found. Let's go back over to KJ. Picked up a copy of Electrolyze. I wonder if he wants to take the opportunity to resolve his rev now. I think he does. Is he sacking a fetch land right away? See, he's kind of sliding around the mana here too.
So Jones sorting out his mana in such a way here that I think we're looking at a rev for 5. Wants to leave 1 up, I guess, for Dispel or Snare. Also, he's going to be discarding anyway, so you don't have to go all the way up.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Torrential Gear Hulk among the cards here.
Snappy.
As a spell.
D-Sphere, it looks like, too. Discard Colonnade. All right, he's up to 11. Nikolich is untapping. And he's drawing.
Looks like he's found a lot of mana.
There's a land. I don't know what the plan is now for Nikolich. Because now we're back in this. I'm tapping on my turn, you're tapping on your turn. Like this sort of thing that favored him heavily in game 1. Draw a card.
He needed something big.
Nahiri is nice. Nahiri is nice.
Looks like he found a lot of lands off of that.
Off of his rev.
So this is a big deal.
Up to 6. Discard Flooded Strand real quick. Draw a card. Search for his Conta. He is back in the game. He might have his own Ascanta, the Sunken Ruin, here in just a moment. His hand is not very good, though. We're going to go back over to Jones. He's going to untap all those lands and his Ascanta. And drawing. Picked up a path. His hand is fully loaded.
With Snapcaster and Torrential Gear Hulk to work with?
Yeah, pretty loaded graveyard too, right? It's got a lot going on right now. Yeah, D-Sphere is nice.
Although the Wear Tear.
True. May not be as great as it appears. Looks like he's going to take care of Search for his Conta. Okay. Perhaps no fear of Nahiri.
Or just Search for his Conta is much more concerning in the... You know, this is not a deck with Emrakul, so it's not like you have to get Nahiri off the battlefield to avoid dying.
Yeah. Here's Tear and Dispel. Okay. Time to untap. Nahiri. Dispel the draw. Right.
Oh, sure.
Right. Kills enchantments. Right.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. Right.
That's right.
Got him to blow Dispel, and that is awesome. That's so awesome.
I'd say
That's so
call
good.
that we call that a bad look.
That's so good.
That's a bad look.
Fire of Colonnade. I am loving this. I really am.
Nikolich has been behind on every front.
Like, the whole game. Like, the whole game. He's just battling. He is just battling the spell. Bet you wish you had one of those right now. This is really something.
This is I'm struggling with this one right now.
I feel like he could do this in his sleep.
And Jones's leftover seems so indomitable.
I know his hand seems really good. Path. Okay.
All right, fine. Led you off the hook.
All right, you win.
Fine.
You win this round. We'll play again next round with the next Colonnade. He doesn't get to He doesn't get to activate his Conta this turn either.
Yeah.
Man. Bzz.
Yeah. Benjamin.
Down to 2. Cryptic, a good card.
Sure.
All right, Jones going to tap. He's got a lot of good cards in his hand.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
He's not done.
He's got a lot of good cards in his hand. See what this is going to be.
Imagine this is going to be a Helix to finish off the Nahiri.
Okay. Spell Snare. We fighting over this? Cryptic? Counter bounce. Okay. Land for turn.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Nikolich probably fire up the Colonnade here to either get in his points or force Jones to spend some mana and be down in activation for his trouble.
Yep, I think that's what we're going to keep seeing. I think he drew Cryptic. That's Kanta. See if this one resolves. Kevin already going to the graveyard.
This is not Nikolich's first rodeo.
Yeah, I don't know. No. No, it is not.
No, it is not.
No, it is not. What gave it away? Kevin going to sacrifice that flood to try and get a plains. Snapcaster Mage? Neg. That's not happening. Counter plus what?
How does Kevin have no cards in his hand? what? I don't know.
He's still got Gear Hulk in his hand. That card's awesome.
Right. Just like what?
2 turns ago, he had like 5 cards in his hand.
We had like 2 counters, like Snapcaster and a Torrential Gear Hulk.
I'm not
sure. I'm
counterbalance the Escanta. That thing has not been activated very much. All right. Benjamin's empty-handed. So there's that. All right. Jones, draw. How do we do? Snapcaster Mage is a good Magic card.
Okay. A little bit more of that.
That was a good card. Kevin's not losing, but Nikolich is damn close to winning.
If you the cards that have been played by their respective players so far, I think Jones has gotten the better of it, and the game feels close to me.
It does
in the margin.
It does feel close. Gear Hulk.
I mean, there's been 2 different times that I've said, okay, that's finally too much. That's it's fought.
Cryptic, bounce draw. Pretty good card to recast. Just saying. Logic Knot. All right. Let's see if Ben draws this time. I think it may have been Snapcaster Mage. This up V-click. See what's going on over here. Make sure the coast is clear. Logic Knot, search for his contest Snapcaster Mage. That's the grip.
Yeah, now that it's just, does the Snapcaster have anything in the graveyard to work with to counter the search for his Kanta?
That's the question.
And then what are the long-term implications? Because you don't really want to trade the search for his Kanta with the Logic Knot.
Picked up a dealing click of his own. It's timely. That is timely. There's search.
And the coast is clear to fire up the colonnade, too.
No path down there?
I mean, if he wants to trade the Snapcaster for that, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Snap plus path is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. By all means.
You don't want the Snapcaster mage facilitating a counter war down the line, really.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's risky. Now you're going down to 9. And it looks like Nikolich is on pace to be able to flip into Escanta.
Find some burn spells.
And then the bolts.
Yep. Assuming they're still in the deck. That's when they show up.
Been dealing a click and a turn from Jones just to get busy.
Yep. Maybe he wants to get aggressive. You ever think about that? Tired of you pushing me around.
All right, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
So sick of this.
Yeah. I'm going to attack you. Snapcaster, search for his Kanta, land in hand. Kevin going to examine the graveyard.
You know, it's we're approaching 9 o'clock here.
We sure
this
are.
Is a lot longer than we usually go.
Yeah, for Modern, yes.
This has been worth it, though.
Yeah, this has been fun.
This has been really fun.
This has been fun.
And it's this game too, still being in the margin. I mean, I'm really impressed that Nikolich has been able not just to keep his head above water, but like might be on the verge of pulling ahead.
Cryptic draw. See what he finds. Didn't get a great look, unfortunately.
I mean, Kevin's running out of material to work with, and some of the best singletons in the deck are on.
Here's Sir. Kevin's shields are down. This is a huge draw step for Ben.
Something like neutralize.
That would be absurd. He like lightning gives me a good.
Does it put you in a clear out the click and connect with your colonnade?
Yes. This. Beat downs before blocks. Gun that.
Oh my goodness.
You're at 2.
And search for Escanta is looming.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And Jones is on empty.
Well, Jones is going to transform.
Right. He's got, he's not, his hand is empty. It's just a land.
Yep. He gets to start by doing this. Yeah, Sacred Foundry stinks. Don't want that.
This is unbelievable.
Draw a card.
Bricked
Sulfur
off.
Falls.
He's kind of got a Escanta now.
Yeah, he's got to figure out, like, if he finds, like, a Serum
Right,
Visions or
he's gotta-
something,
yeah,
he's got to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it now.
Yeah, because he's dead on the table. To say nothing of Benjamin flipping his own search for Escanta and getting a draw step into a lethal bolt.
All right, top couple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Negate and secure.
That's
He's
no help.
dead. Oh my
goodness.
Benjamin Nikolich gonna win this game and match over Kevin Jones 2-0. They went long, they went deep, and the master got it done.
That is, like I said, I was ready to.
Ooh, boy.
I was ready to ring the bell on that game 2 different times, and I thought the line the whole time was try to set up a spot where you Cryptic Command back the Escanta, you wear tear it on the way down. But Nikolich kind of managed the game in such a way that he got Jones to pick little battles over stuff that really wasn't that big of a deal and just kept his mana lean.
Yeah, so he could never activate it.
He was never activating it. I don't know how many times Jones actually activated his search for his content in that game. Maybe 2 or 3 times. Not a lot.
And he flipped that thing
early on in the game.
Yeah.
And I think that level of tactical management to get Jones to be committing his mana over small stuff is ultimately what won that game. And it was turn after turn. It was not one critical moment. It was a constant struggle from Nikolich's side to get Jones to go down to less than 4 mana. And he was able to do it turn after turn. And Jones never got to convert that Escanta into very much.